Hello and welcome to BonBonB's What Map for City Skylines. There are well over 20,000 maps on the workshop now, and so choosing the right one for your new city is a huge task. So every Wednesday and Saturday we'll review a few and hopefully find you the right one for your next build. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
And today's first map is Bordeum Canal by Noble Invasion 800. What a cool username. Well done, Noble. Map's not bad, and the resources are as follows. Not bad, centred around a 25 square map rather than the 81, of course. Now, all these three maps have issues with roads. This one, slightly bowing bridges, a very widely separated highway with a factory in the way. How would you get to that factory? How do you do access roads? Seems a very strange thing to do. Then these two bridges are just slightly askew with, and these are slightly skew with. And this is not so bad. But yes, you could build a park in between these roads virtually all the way down the map. A little bit closer together would be better. That said, they follow a sensible route, so not all bad. However, here, raised highway. Why? Why would you have a raised highway here? It's just going to add extra work for the gameplay. Oh, look. Dukes of Hazzard style stunt jumps, or perhaps roller coasters. Really? Oh, ouch. So yes, before starting this map, you're going to want to level that down to road level, of course. Ground level even, not road level. This intersection is a little haphazard, if functional. And then it follows all the way up. And then once again, we go raised. And yeah, raised highway, why? Doesn't make any sense. And so rail next. And once again, this is a little bit up and down. And trains don't like up and down at all. And passengers trains really don't like up and down. Oh my god. At least that goes under the road as opposed to over the road. That makes a bit more sense. The route's good. It's just possibly a little close to the river here. If you want to put docks, you're going to have to move the line. That said, I have seen worse. So yes, there's a little bit of rail and road rebuilding to be done before you can really work with this map to a high level, but at least the routes are good and the connections are there. Now the river, well, it's a Bordeum Canal, so we are looking at a lot of river work here. This is the main feature of interest with the essential lighthouse at each end. Brilliant. It actually looks really good. I'm going to give them credit for this one. Yes, the tanker didn't spot the lighthouse, but I actually like that. And then we come down here, we've got jetty and jetty and jetty and various features, and that's the beach. No, I kid you not, that is the only beach. And then we'll come back down and we'll rejoin the canal. We are actually going downstream here. Now there are lots of feeders for the canal, like here. There's a feeder and another one going off in that direction with some interesting cuttings there, and a mini lake, and there, a lake right in the corner of the map with a few low-lying islands. I actually quite like that. One of my favourite parts of the map. And then we'll head downstream again to the exit. Now, hills. There are hills. It's not all about canal, and actually, I do like the hill work, mostly. There's a few that don't feel too real, but the hill work's pretty good, and there's certainly plenty of build plane again. So you'll be able to build a big old city here, I'll tell you that for nothing. Will I be building here? Not my kind of map, I'm afraid, I've got to be honest with you. But I'm sure there are going to be loads of you that will. So anyway, Bordeum Canal by Noble Invasion. Quite a nice flat land build, and I've seen worse. But yes, demolish all those roads before you get started. Next map up, Cropslands by Louis Marie C. Yeah, now it's quite hard to make out here because of the colour LUT, but there's rivers and a lot of them. and an interesting water feature which we'll go to shortly. That's your array of resources. Yeah, I'd like a little bit more thought going into the farmland, but other than that, considering the amount of greenery we've got here, why is this not fertile land? One has to ask. Anyway, yeah, the roads, once again, quite wide apart. Cutting here when perhaps we could have gone around there, maybe. And now that's an interesting little off-road. It's one way only, exiting the map. Why? Why? And that kink. Don't really understand, but there, that's what you're working with. Slightly skew-if bridges again, and why is one a humpback and one, yeah, and ooh, ouch. No, I don't know either. Then down to this intersection. Now this is one that you'll have to subscribe to load the map. I like it. I've not seen this one. To be honest, I don't really look at intersections on the workshop. I built my own, but that's quite smart and a very good choice. Good selection there, Louis Marie C. And we can see there's plenty of build plane along by the river, and then jaunty junction there. Then that follows off through the hills, another jaunty kink, a kinky jaunt, and they're cutting to leave. And then we've got a cutting to come in here. This is quite a steep old cutting. Once again, cutting the edge of that large hill, straight line down. Straight line down to the junction that we were looking at. And now this is with no city build. Already we've got problems with the traffic. And this has one-way street coming in. So we've got one-way street going out, one-way street coming in. And look at this. That is the most ridiculous cutting I have seen. Seriously, guy. You go around that. You don't plough a tunnel right the way through the mountain. That's crazy. Unless, of course, it was a natural formation, in which case possibly. But the risk of rock falls, I don't know. Anyway, railways. This one cuts swavingly through. I mean, could do slightly better there with the raise and the rise to the bridge. Sorry, not the raise to the bridge, the rise to the bridge. Here, this I like. They're a couple of dead ends, and they both leave. And see the way they gently spread apart? That is really nicely done. Here, lots of shipping routes. Well, enough shipping routes considering there's only really one route, and that's the canal. Looks good. And what have we got here? Yes, we'll have a little fly through, shall we? Looking at the build planes. Lots of room to build. Even these foothills aren't bad. And then off here, plenty of space to build there. Ooh. And across the canal again, towards this water feature that I promised we'd look at. Look at that. Right. And is that going to fill up? Where's that water going to? There's a lot of water coming out of the spring in the side of the hill there. A leaky hill is what we have. Yes. Ludicrous, but wonderful at the same time. Well done, Cropsland, Louis Marie C. Finally, though, final map for the day is this Little Dawn Island by Brian 1993. What a ridiculous name Brian is. Crazy. Anyway, we are looking at a small island. Once again, hard to make out with the colour LUT, but if we do this, you can see much more clearly. We've got some fertile land and some forestry with this one. Not much else to do, but that's fine because that's it's only a small island. We're possibly looking at maybe a tourist destination, maybe. But yeah, you can see we've got plenty of flat space to build on, and the hill, the mountains. We were talking roads earlier. This is the ridiculous road on this island. As you'll see, once again, there are no road connections. This has been put down for us to play with, and it goes down. It looks good at this. This is good, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. And through the tunnel, and stops dead. Could it have been left without a road? It's an interesting road, but it doesn't do anything at all. Okay, Well, yeah. Island. Offshore islands. Now this is not bad. I like the shapes of these islands. They do feel organic. They do feel like they've emerged. And shipping. Yes, nearly forgot to tell you about the shipping. And we have shipping routes all the way around the island. You can stick your docks down anywhere, although as we're about to see, there is one logical place to put your docks down. Okay, where are we? Yes, skimming the islands. Oh, we were here. That's it. This island's here. Now, I've a little island over here. I do have a couple of minor grumbles on this, despite this being my best map of the day. We'll get to that little problem in a moment, and it's not this winding road, because as dumb as it seems, it's here. Look, it's just a little untidy. It's a little bit, haggard along the edges. What we could have done is just smoothed it out a little. Let's use the terraform tool just to, and this is with hardly any thought or consideration at all. What we can do is we can just smooth down those edges like so, and already it looks better. And once again, that's with very little effort at all. And I would do more. Because these islands, these are off-island islands, are smart. They are smart. Like I say, a little bit of muddy edge. I mean, I get maybe you want a bit of a ragged side of the island, but there's no. If you want the ragged look, you put down a few stones as well, a few rocks. There are no rocks. That said, brilliant. Anyway, here's where you put your docks, I would suggest. It's been built for docks, isn't it? With the straight edges. And there's that factory we saw earlier with the end of the highway. And we've got a little lake with a jetty. Can't be that many fish in there, which is probably why it's abandoned. Yeah. So, yeah. Basically, it's not a bad map at all. This is an interesting cut through. I'm not sure what's the aid of that is. Maybe for your water sourcing, maybe, possibly. And then we'll just skim around the island one last little time before calling it a day. So what do you think? Because I like it. I like it. If you're looking to do a small city build on an island, this could be the one for you. Oh, the Essential Lighthouse. We can't leave without looking at the Essential Lighthouse, can we? So yes, let's oh, look, a ruin. Fascinating. Fascinating. So yes, that is Dawn Island by Brian 1993, and that gets BonBonB's seal of approval. Now, don't forget to click the link on the left-hand side to see the most recent upload, and click the link on the right-hand side to see another one in the What Map series. And the big circle in the middle, click that to subscribe. You know you want to, and one of you always does when I say, click it now. Oh, thanks! You're a star. I'll catch you again every Wednesday and Saturday for more maps for City Skylines. Have a great day. Bye now.